The first lesson: learn to be your own best company. We often feel we need others, need a relationship, or an ideal job to feel complete and happy. Life would be better if external factors were different. But the Stoic truth is, the real key to happiness is not outside, but within you. True emotional independence, that is a superpower that anyone can develop. You are the only person you truly need to feel full and happy. This path is not easy, but it is entirely worth it. Build a solid relationship with yourself. It is stronger than any friendship or relationship from the outside. This is not superficial, but a deep connection, transcending success, failure, or the opinions of others. Stoicism calls this self-sufficiency, autarkia. According to this philosophy, we do not need to depend on external circumstances to achieve peace and happiness. This does not mean you must become a hermit, isolated from the world, but rather that even when things do not go your way, you can maintain inner peace. It's like when you fall off your bicycle. Instead of crying from the pain, you learn to get up by yourself, smile, and keep pedaling. The ability to recover quickly without letting anything or anyone destabilize you is a skill that needs to be cultivated. The key is learning to enjoy your own company. Make peace with your solitude. Take advantage of moments alone to explore yourself more deeply. What do you like to do when no one is watching? What truly impassions you? Practice reflection and introspection. Stoicism emphasizes this for finding inner peace. When you learn to be happy with yourself, everything else will start to fall into place. It's not magic. It's practice. It's learning to be sufficient for yourself. Emotional independence is a gift you can give yourself. Epictetus said, "He who depends on nobody becomes the master of himself." When you stop searching outside for what is already within you, you will realize that you never truly needed anyone else. The second lesson: learn to say no. Have you ever felt like a doormat that anyone can step on? Anyone can unload their burdens. or problems onto your shoulders. Surely, that is a feeling many of us have experienced. The key to escaping this situation lies in the art of saying no. Stoicism says, not everything is in our hands, but we can decide what is allowed into our lives. Saying no is difficult because we often prioritize external approval over protecting our inner space, energy, and peace. View yourself as a border, not a wall. A wall is isolating and heavy. A border is defined, selective, and protects what belongs within. Setting limits is not isolating yourself, but it is essential to protect your inner citadel. Saying no is an act of courage. Andrea, you face the possibility of causing disappointment or conflict because your internal integrity and priorities are more important than temporary approval. You do not need anyone else's permission to set your boundaries. Saying no in the Stoic spirit is asking yourself, is this aligned with my values and priorities? If not, you have no rational obligation to agree. Saying no is rejecting the request based on reasoned judgment, not rejecting the person out of fear. Say no clearly, directly, without offering complex excuses. Stoicism values honesty. You do not need to justify your rational choices to others. Your sincerity is respected more than any elaborate excuse. Only you decide who gets to cross your borders. This helps protect your time, energy, and inner peace. It is not selfish or isolating, but managing your interaction with externals based on rational priorities. Living with purpose requires the ability to manage pressure from the outside. Seneca said, freedom begins when you learn to set limits without feeling guilty. The art of saying no is an act of self-mastery and the start of true freedom. The third lesson, the power of self-respect. We become very fragile when we let others' opinions determine our worth. Like a castle built of cards, just a light breeze is enough to make it collapse. VO. If you want to escape this fragility, you need to build self-respect that is not shaken by external evaluation. Stoicism has the key for you. Try looking in the mirror. Do you see yourself as you are, or the version you think others want to see? Our self-respect is often distorted by external expectations. Appearance, social judgment, even our job. It's hard to stay calm when it feels like the whole world is judging you. Stoics understood true confidence has nothing to do with what others think. They cultivated something much more solid: self-sufficiency, autarkia, the ability to be emotionally self-reliant, not needing to depend on external circumstances to feel well, to have self-respect not shattered by criticism. You need to understand something basic, but profound. You do not need anyone else to feel good about yourself. Let's build this step by step. First, accept your imperfections. Nobody is perfect, and seeking it is an illusion. Second, stop seeking external validation. It is like looking for love in the wrong place. If you constantly need others' approval, you will be stuck in a vicious cycle. Stoics practiced indifference to criticism. Observe the judgment, then let it flow away like water on stone. What is important is your own evaluation. Third, practice gratitude for yourself. Acknowledge your efforts, learning, and small achievements. Be the one to motivate and support yourself instead of waiting for others to lift you. Daily reflection is how Stoicism helps you evaluate yourself fairly. Looking at actions, not just outcomes. Unshakable self-respect comes from what you tell yourself, how you evaluate yourself, not what others say. Cultivating self-sufficiency, autarkia, is the path to liberation from the need for external validation. As Marcus Aurelius said, when you stop seeking from others what you can give yourself, that is when you truly begin to be free. The fourth lesson: when silence becomes your best counselor. Have you ever felt surrounded by noise, but empty inside? Not just external noise, but the noise in your head, the constant stream of thoughts, making you seek more people, more opinions, to feel filled But the truth is, everything you need is already in front of you. In that uncomfortable space you tend to avoid. That is silence. Silence is often seen as a threat where we must face ourselves, and it reflects who we truly are. It can be scary to be alone with your own thoughts, but it is precisely in that moment that clarity begins to emerge. Because when the noise fades away, you can truly hear what you need to hear, what truly belongs to you. Stoicism, with its practical philosophy, teaches us that inner peace does not depend on the outside. We do not need constant support or endless validation to feel steady. They viewed silence and solitude as powerful tools for self-examination and growth. Every time you find a moment of true silence, you are opening the door to a world of inner potential. In that space, though initially scary, you can question your thoughts, emotions, and desires. Why do you depend on external validation? Why seek answers from others when you learn to listen to your own silence? You will realize you do not need anyone else to find answers. In solitude, you truly discover who you are and what you need to be happy. The power of silence is that it allows you to be yourself. You don't need to stop connecting completely. Find balance. Learning to be alone and in silence helps you depend less on others' opinions. Trust your intuition and find peace right within. Peace and clarity you seek are not outside. They are waiting for you to be discovered right within the silence. The fifth lesson, the power of being your own hero. Have you ever felt you needed someone to come to pull you out of difficulty? When everything seemed to be falling apart, we often think we need an external hero to come and rescue us. But the truth is, you do not need anyone. Everything you need is already in your hands. The hero you are looking for is within yourself. Stoicism says, are sufficient? Autarkia. It's hard to accept, but try seeing it this way. Stoicism teaches you cannot control external circumstances, but you can completely control your response. View difficulties as opportunities to train and strengthen your character. Courage, wisdom. Instead of waiting for someone to solve your problems, become the hero your life needs. You already have the internal tools. Just use them. The first step is taking responsibility for your life and seeking answers. Right within 2, your initial response might not be perfect, but decide how you face it. Transform challenges into raw material for growth. The difference between being a spectator and becoming the protagonist is the choice to act. If you let negative thoughts and emotions control you, you will forever be at the mercy of externals. Take the reins of control, rational will, to become the hero you need. You may fall, but you can get up and try again. Using inner strength, you do not need to seek strength from others. You possess it. Stop waiting for the world to change. Everything needed to advance is already within you. Use that power. Be the hero of your own life story without depending on anyone. Your life is yours. Only you decide. Next time you feel lost or need help from the outside, remember your strength. Lao Tzu and Stoicism say, the hero you seek will not come to save you because you were always safe. You just needed to learn to see it. The 6th lesson, shedding extra burdens. Have you ever felt that even though there are many people around, you still carry an invisible burden on your shoulders, like a backpack filled with stones from energy-draining relationships, sticky thoughts, and useless worries? The good news is, you can shed this backpack without needing anyone else to help through emotional minimalism. Learning to let go of what you don't truly need. It's like spring cleaning your mind. You observe what has accumulated and decide to keep or discard. Stoicism says, focus on what we can control. and let go of externals. Apply wisdom to discern what truly brings peace and what merely drains energy uselessly. Identify the energy robbers, whether they are relationships, thoughts, or situations, and learn how to let go without feeling guilty. It is an application of discipline, letting go of attachment to burdensome externals, expectations about who you must be or what you must have also create burdens. You do not need external validation or the world to adjust to your expectations. Accepting that you are sufficient as you are is a big step towards shedding this weight. The next powerful strategy: learn to say no. Refuse what drains your energy to protect your precious resources, our peace, and time. It is not selfish, but a courageous act to protect your inner citadel. Make space for what truly nourishes you. Living without carrying extra burdens is living lightly, freely. Identify and let go of what is not necessary. What drains you? Only keep what helps you become your best version, aligned with virtue. The rest is just noise. Find peace within by shedding all burdens. The path of emotional minimalism will make you lighter and freer. The seventh lesson: freedom isn't free, especially financial autonomy. True freedom is walking through life without financial pressures, like a boss, creditor, or bill pulling at you. It sounds simple. Earn money, spend less. But it's harder than playing a video game. Controlling finances is like learning to ride a bicycle. It requires practice, falling, effort, but mastery lets you go anywhere without depending on anyone. Financial autonomy is not a gift, but the result of huge effort, discipline, sacrifice. It's not just earning more, but managing what you already have. Stoicism says, true freedom is in how we react to difficulties. Controlling what we can control, that is the source of freedom. And you can control your finances. Apply Stoicism to finances. Set a realistic budget. Wisdom. Knowing income and outgo makes money work for you. Push back debt like pests. Discipline. Don't let them accumulate. You must eliminate them. Invest in the future. Not just saving. Money must work for you. Requires learning. Knowledge is power. Spend consciously. Temperance. Say no to impulse buying. Big step towards autonomy. What is not seen is not spent. Financial freedom is controlling finances, not depending for survival. Having the power to decide without fearing economic consequences. Not by ownership, but by management. V.O. Seneca said, "Freedom is not measured by what you possess, but by what you know how to manage." Financial autonomy is not given, but is a choice. A path built step by step with dedication, sacrifice, discipline. True freedom cannot be bought or sold. It is conquered by mastering your material life for a higher purpose. The eighth lesson: your happiness is not in anyone else's hands. Isn't it strange how we often hand over the keys to happiness, hoping someone else makes it easier? Believing finding the one will fix everything. But the truth is, happiness has nothing to do with others. You are the sole owner of this precious treasure. The truth is, control of emotions and happiness belongs to you alone. What happens if the person you expect from doesn't reciprocate? Or you need constant approval? Happiness does not depend on others. Accepting this is truly liberating. Stoicism teaches the only thing we control is our mind and reactions. The rest is out of our hands. Others can make you feel good or bad, but they are not responsible for your happiness. Building a house of happiness on the sand of dependency will not be stable. This truth is hard to swallow, but accepting it early brings peace sooner. How to cultivate happiness. Stop seeking external validation. You don't need anyone to tell you you're good enough. If you don't see your own worth, what others say is useless. Happiness, like a garden, depend on others to water. It will never bloom. The seed is within you. The cultivation is decided by you. Lesson 1. Learn how to be self-sufficient. Learn how to be well with yourself without needing externals. Cultivate inner peace with Stoic discipline and wisdom. Do not avoid difficulties, but learn how to face them with serenity. Turn everything into an opportunity to learn, to grow. Always master how you see the world. Next time, when you feel controlled by circumstances or bothered by others' opinions, remember, you are the only one who decides how to live. Happiness is not in others, but in how you choose to see the world. Master your happiness. Cultivate your inner garden. Only you can do that. The 9th lesson, strength in adversity. Have you ever felt the world is falling apart? Problems multiplying. You don't know where to start. And then that thought arises, who will save me? The truth is, you don't need anyone to face difficulties. Learn how to be a Stoic. The Emotional Survival Manual. It teaches you to be strong in the hardest times. Be the hero of your own life story. Do not wait for destiny or someone to help you. That won't happen. Navigate life with calm and resilience will make you strong. Stoics say, nothing outside can fail you. Only what you allow to affect you, yourself. Stoic power is distinguishing what can be controlled and what cannot. You control thoughts, reactions. You do not control others, the weather, or an unexpected call. You control how you face situations. Not a robot. Stoics teach swimming against the emotional current. Instead of being swept away, falling in a mud puddle, getting up with serenity, knowing mud is temporary. Calm is not absence of emotion, but not letting emotions control you. Stoic technique. Negative visualization. Imagine the worst that can happen. Analyze calmly. See, it doesn't destroy you. This prepares the mind, inner citadel, to face challenge with more strength and serenity. You don't need anyone to feel complete. Emotional dependence is an obstacle. Training inner strength is the best way to face all storms. You are your own anchor. You do not need anyone else to be your anchor. Nobody saves you, but you can save yourself. This lesson is priceless. Life always has challenges. How you face them defines your story. Take control. Face calmly. True strength doesn't depend on anyone for happiness and resilience. The final lesson. When you learn how to be all you need. It sounds strange. In a world where everyone seeks completeness outside. But learning this, your life will change completely. The idea of depending on others for happiness is an error. You don't need an external charger. From the outside, the source of strength is already within you, and you don't need anyone else to activate it. Happiness is like a charger. You own yourself. Self-knowledge is the key to unlocking this. From Lesson 4 on Silence. A deep process that can be uncomfortable, make you question things. But the reward is huge. Understand deeply. You don't need external validation. From Lesson 3. Don't need anyone to approve or love you to feel worthy. The key is independence, autarkia, not rejecting others, but living with plenitude, without external factors, defining your value. Stoicism. Understood. You cannot control the outside. Only control your response. True freedom needs nothing outside to be complete. How to reach this? Let go of the uncontrollable. From Lesson 6 on burdens. If it's not yours, let it go. Know yourself. From Lesson 4 on Silence. Find what you need not dependent on anyone. For happiness, cultivate emotional independence. Not being alone, but being well with yourself. From Lesson 1, enjoying your own company. Not needing others to fill a void. Each step in this journey brings you closer to being all you need. Finally, happiness is not out there, but within you. Stop needing others. You realize everything you sought was within you all along. This is true freedom. It might hurt to hear, but plenitude comes when you realize you always had everything right within. We have journeyed together through 10 lessons for forcing ourselves to become self-sufficient. We have seen the fear of needing others and the liberation of realizing the strength that is already available within us. From learning to be your own best company to the self-sufficiency, autarkia. That is the key. We have trained, setting boundaries, learning to say no, building self-respect, not depending on others, finding clarity in silence, becoming the hero of our own life, shedding burdens that are unnecessary. We have understood happiness is not in others, but is an inner choice. Finding strength in adversity through how we face it, without fear. We have learned managing finances as a way of managing life and choosing influences supporting our journey. The final lesson: you are all you need. Completeness is not out there. It is unlocked right within. That is true freedom, the ultimate achievement, building the inner citadel. If this journey was helpful, hit like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next Stoic lessons. Comment gratitude to show that you have completed this journey and value these lessons. Share this video with someone who needs it, and always remember Alaric's reminder: stay sharp, stay stoic, and cultivate your inner citadel.